At least you know what I'm really thinking about Dan. He's so nerdy cute. He is. Oh, I'm really
You told me it's a lie.
Oh, well, I said what I said. It's true.
There, I'll
Oh,
agree with you. I'll agree with you.
oh, he is. Yes. Well, hi, Haley.
Hi, Jason.
Oh, God bless. Oh, good morning, Josh.
Gosh.
Good morning.
Oh my God, I'm like,
I'm sending him a snap saying, "Oops."
thankfully, I don't think a lot of people caught it, but
But I didn't do anything bad.
well, it's just not our normal, slightly put together selves. Good morning, Josh, Angela, Mark, Brian, Miss Q, Janine, Pam. Good morning, guys. Remember, whatever platform you're watching this on, be it Haps, be it Facebook, be it Twitter, YouTube, please give this a share. We greatly, greatly appreciate it.
Yes.
Miss Cynthia, good morning, good morning.
Hey, guys.
Jason's having a rough start to the day. He's
I
frazzled.
am a little frazzled. I did go for a run this morning, so that's good. I went ahead and just closed my exercise ring. I still haven't even opened my suitcase from getting in late
Right.
last night. It's literally just back there, and I fly out again in like 2 days. So just gonna open it, Febreze it, put everything back in it.
Hey, I've been there, done that. It is it's very unnerving. Like you're almost like second guessing yourself, like, am I really leaving again? In a
Well, so
couple
so
of days?
so Delta about a month or so ago changed our flight Denver, LaGuardia, Nashville. Everybody's like, why did you go that way? It's like, look, it's COVID. If you want to travel during a pandemic, you have to be flexible, right? Like I never in a million years would have flown Denver, LaGuardia, Nashville, ever. Okay, but it is what it is, right? So when I was landing in LaGuardia last night, I guess as I was taking off, I was like, I'm flying back to New York in 2 days.
Yep.
Like this is insanity. Granted, it's JFK. Um, so yeah. So yes, Josh. So I am doing a like triple redundancy. Yes, Brian. Okay. The airport is dead to me. It is. But
No, he was at LaGuardia though.
I was. Yes, yes. I was LaGuardia. But people are asking about Thursday, Friday. So what I'm doing is I am flying Friday, JFK to Athens. But to protect myself and give me more options, I am flying Nashville to JFK on Thursday, spending the night in New York City,
He's learned
and
the error of his ways.
then Friday doing the nonstop JFK to Athens. So just I put in some backup, and there's a 5 p.m. flight which I'm on. There's like a 9 something. Isn't a hurricane? Yeah. Okay, I'm not. Thanks, Brian. I don't know. I'm never making it out of JFK ever again. No, I look and there's so many backup options here, right? I mean, yes.
You really
So
do have a ton of backup options. Wendy, hello. Billy, hello. Kathleen, Kara, JJ Cruz, Rob, hello. Renee, hello. Making sure I hit everybody. I think I said hi to Brian. Yes, I did. Oh my gosh.
it's
I don't
crazy
even
day.
know. Like, and then we're at the end of September.
Oh, I know. I mean, I yes. I mean, it's I. This is the first time in about 15 years I've been put up fall decorations. I've just been so crazy. So I'm just going to start Christmas really early.
When can we
Hey,
think about your pumpkins? Wait, is that a wreath on the door?
it's a spring wreath. It's a pink spring wreath. Oh, sorry if it's messy back there. Like I said, I literally just got in, so it's my place is very messy. Yes, I was saying that was very interesting. Not my preferred route, but it is what it is. Hey, I got some extra MQMs going that route, right?
Yes, you do. All about those MQMs. So, do you think you're going to hit platinum this year?
maybe. I think the spend will be easy. It's all about the MQMs, but I'm flying Delta One across the pond, and that will probably give me 20,000 MQMs. So yeah, maybe. So I might be silver for just
Fingers crossed.
or I might be gold for just gold for a very, very short time. Yes.
Since she puts up Christmas a week before Thanksgiving, I've actually transitioned a little bit. I usually was a Christmas on November 1-ish kind of girl.
That used to be me. Yes.
But I do Halloween because I love Halloween, September, October. And then I have a small transitional period for a couple weeks where I have more, probably like what your fall stuff is. I have like these white and gold glitter pumpkins and
I have a lot of that stuff. I just didn't put it out this
that's
year.
like that's my transitional period. And then right around Thanksgiving I'll flip to Christmas. But I do keep my Christmas lights on through
Epiphany
through the end of January, actually, because I mean it's snowy and it's drizzly and it's dark and gross, and it's the only joy I have in my life that time of the year.
I don't. Yeah, I don't blame you. I think I'm doing Christmas super early, but I'm on a cruise Halloween through the first week of November, and then I'm on another cruise middle of November, on a cruise early December. So I really think I might start Christmas like.
I know. I might actually transition my dining room table a little earlier to the Thanksgiving spread because I have to go to Italy to work with that
Right.
company the beginning of the month, and then I'm planning to cruise Thanksgiving week. So.
Yes. Well, guys, I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you've enjoyed today and holiday decorating. We bring all of you the great holiday.
It's so rough.
Brian, it is kind of stressful that I'm going to be home for like just like Monday to night, 3 nights, and I'm back out again. Like it really is crazy. It is crazy. So, well, it is top of the hour. Let's go. All right, guys. Well,
I am
Jason Poole.
Oh no, I grabbed the wrong one.
Oh, that's okay.
Get rid of him.
He looks great. Anyways, guys, we're not in our best shape this morning, but I am Jason Poole. I am with Cruise Planners, which I'm a travel advisor, also an American Express travel representative. Love talking about travel, all things airline hacks, cruising around the world, European land vacations, all-inclusive resorts. We come to you every Tuesday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, bring you all the news, the good, the bad, the ugly, the exciting, the tricks, the tips, everything to do with travel. Helping me in my endeavor is Miss Haley. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning and welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Like Jason said, we are here every week at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, God's time. We don't need to focus on the Central Time, but my name is Haley. I'm a travel blogger.
It is.
And I own a hotel sales consulting company called Hospitality with a Flair that services all sorts of hotels, but mainly focus service.
I love it.
And we've got a good amount of stuff today. I mean,
we do.
The agenda for the new ones. We always talk about hot travel topics, travel tips, questions of the day, group rates on group trips, and then Q&As for the next week. So first up, I didn't know this existed.
I didn't either. Oh my gosh, this is so freaking crazy. I mean, we often talk about like, levels in this group. The other admin, right? He always talks about like, levels this, levels that. Well, Richard Branson this is unbelievable, guys. He just unveiled 2 out of this world villas at his new private island in the British Virgin Islands, Mosquito Island with a K. With a K. These pictures are absolutely stunning. They can hold up to 16 guests. You have to book a minimum of 4 nights. The entry cost during low season is $17,500 a night, and you have to book 4 nights to stay there. So, Haley, I'm thinking like a group trip to Mosquito Island for you and me and 14 of our closest friends. What do you think?
I think so. Sign me up. Where's my Amex?
Let's go. Let's go. So, guys, I mean, you need to go look at these photos. They are truly beautiful. So Richard Branson is still
He's
out.
coming hard. He is out there. He's been busy.
He has been very, very busy. So that's dream life right there. So super quickly, Norway has now moved into the level 4 category with the CDC. So it's now in a very high category. You know, I mean, the United States is also in a very high category as well.
It's
so
like ish.
Right. So, the CDC is saying if you have to visit there, make sure you're fully vaccinated, do testing, make sure to check the, Norwegians travel requirements to get into the country. But, just something to keep an eye on if you have a trip planned to Norway.
I believe I saw an article, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. Norway is also one of those countries that is also going to be removing a lot of its COVID guidelines. And I was like, you know what? You've had time to get vaccinated, and they're just going to go back to
So,
life.
I am honestly kind of okay with that. The only problem is that hospitals are being overrun because people are not vaccinated, right? So the Idaho, for example, Idaho doesn't really have any freaking COVID restrictions. It's wide open, do whatever the heck you want. Well, Idaho's hospital system is like collapsing. They're now sending people to Washington State who has taken COVID restrictions. Their hospitals are not being overrun, but Washington State is taking on these people because they're, they're from different states, they're still Americans, help each other out. But now people in Washington are having to have surgeries delayed because people in Idaho haven't received the vaccine. So I don't disagree with like, guys, let's just get back to normal life. But our hospital systems are not designed to take on such extra numbers of people who are just being stupid and aren't being vaccinated.
Yeah. And I think Cynthia makes the comment. She's like, have we ever been out of the high category in the US? We have. And honestly, I don't think we will be until a later article, which we'll talk about in a moment. I think that's going to have a big factor in what we're going to talk about. So this next news is intriguing. I think for you, you were a little surprised this morning.
I was surprised. So the Cosmo, one of the newest hotels on the Strip in Las Vegas, beautiful property. Never stayed there. Had drinks there, like had some fun evenings there. Was a Bonvoy property. MGM is now taking over the property with a deal that's $1.6 billion. So I don't think functionally anything is going to change because pre-pandemic it was a very successful, very profitable brand or property. So, but now, if you've enjoyed getting those Bonvoy points for staying at the Cosmo, you'll have to go somewhere else. But love the Cosmo. It's beautiful.
I find this really intriguing because Marriott doesn't have necessarily the strongest presence now on the Strip. Like that was kind of like the stronghold, and especially with Resorts World opening, and it has 3 resorts in one, and 2 of those are Hilton properties. I don't know. I find this kind of intriguing, and I mean, like the Venetian technically is IHG.
Well, I think you book it like you can book the Bellagio through like World of Hyatt. So
yeah, like it's very loose.
Right.
Very loose thing, but I find especially for Marriott, that's kind of an interesting play. But I mean, like, hey, $1.6 million, and I think it's one of the best spots on the Strip. If you're looking that's centrally located, right there, you have Paris, you have the Cosmo, you have the Bellagio. Like that is a killer.
No, I mean, the Cosmo is next door to the Bellagio, so you can get rooms in the Cosmo looking at the Bellagio fountains.
Oh,
Uh,
absolutely. If I ever like went back and stayed on the strip, like I would look really hard at the Cosmo.
I mean, it's expensive, right? I mean, Cosmo's probably one of the more expensive properties on the strip, with probably the Aria, probably the top. I mean, they're expensive,
Mhm.
but it's beautiful. It's very modern. It's chic.
Location, location,
It's
location.
beautiful. It is, and it's right in the heart of the strip. So that's exciting. So we'll keep an eye out on that. But next time I go to Vegas, I've been looking at the Cosmo. I think it's beautiful.
Perfect. All
All
right. Next bit of news that I know Jason cares oh so much about.
wow, take it away, Haley.
But Jason, so for those of you
I'm
that
just kidding.
don't know, Disney World is celebrating its 50th anniversary this weekend. October 2nd is the official day. So I would definitely recommend keeping close to your social media and stuff. They're doing lots of special fireworks and things of this nature that I know Jason is just chomping at the bit to get. So, Epcot has been under construction forever, and Epcot is supposed to never be done. Is was Walt Disney's original plan for that? It's the I believe it's the experimental prototype City of Tomorrow. So it's supposed to be ever evolving. And they've added new neighborhoods. One of the ones I'm really excited about is going near I think it's the nature one, where they're going to have the moving water, like from the movie Moana, where the water's kind of like magical and you can shift it and move it. I don't know how Disney does this witchcraft of what they do in their parks, but they have this just magical thing going on. But there's new alterations in neighborhoods. I'm going to actually link the whole thing because it's a really long list in our group. But we will start to see some of the new features of the neighborhoods. The new fireworks show Harmonious is going to be up there. Really excited to see it. So I know, Jason, you're just so excited.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to go. Hopefully, it's like during spring break when it's full of children. Like,
Your favorite.
favorite. Well, speaking of children, this is good news. Pfizer has filed for authorization to use the vaccine for children ages 5 to 11. That is great news. Hopefully, Moderna is all right behind it. So that is, I have a lot of clients that are worried about going on a trip, or especially a cruise, with an unvaccinated child, and I totally understand the concerns of those parents. And so a lot of my clients, who are families, are just, they're not going to travel until their entire family is vaccinated. Which you know, not a pediatrician, so that is a conversation between the pediatrician and the family. But I understand it, and so it's hopefully soon our younger citizens can get vaccinated.
Yes, this is so excited. And this is that part where we were talking about earlier, where I think this is going to possibly eventually pull us out of that highest category, I think, for a lot of places. Because as it stands right now, total population, so this is including children, we are 55% vaccinated here in the
Okay.
States. So I think with that becoming available,
Yeah.
we could see that like uptick and turn a little bit. I know Olivia's ready. I've never
Absolutely.
seen I've never seen her like beg for a shot before, but
Right. I mean, hopefully very soon. So
absolutely. And then it is also worthwhile to mention that if you are in a higher risk category, it is also a reminder time to talk to your doctor about a booster.
absolutely, we saw President Biden got his booster shot yesterday.
Yeah. So time to
So
look around, guys. There's travel to be done. All right, let me grab this next slide here. Jason, I was reading an article on the Points
mhm.
Guy, one of my favorites.
Love him. Great blog.
Great, fantastic. And he's just amazing. Is it better to be booking long haul flights with points right now? So there's an article about this. You guys can actually go and read it today. And for long haul international flights, this particular writer was saying that he's only booking in points right now because of the ever changing evolution. So we would love to know in the comments section while Jason and I talk about this. Are you team booking with your points so that you can cancel and just get your points automatically back? Like you're sick of having all these travel credits piled up? Or are you going to chase some status, book with cash because you want the potential MQMs? Jason, what camp are you in?
Personally, I think you should pay cash for long haul flights if you are chasing a status. Okay. If airline status is important to you, there is no better way to climb the status ladder than pay cash for long haul flights. It is very difficult to reach in Delta world gold or platinum doing domestic flights. You have to have, I mean, you could if you're a business traveler and you're traveling all the
You
time.
have the segments and
The segments, right. But if you are not a business traveler and you're just flying to Florida for cruises a couple times a year or Seattle once a year, hitting that top status is very difficult to do. Those long haul international flights are what are really going to get you there. So I say pay cash. Now, remember, when I say pay cash, that also means vouchers or credits you have, right? But if you pay with a credit, that's the same as paying cash. So I have a long haul flight coming up this weekend to Europe. I had a massive Delta credit, used it, paid the difference for Delta One, and the whole ticket is paid with cash. So I get the MQMs, the full thing, dollar spent, everything for it. So I say pay cash if you're chasing status. If you're not chasing status, or you have just hundreds of thousands or millions of miles to use and you want to burn them, burn them. Agree? Disagree?
Absolutely. So I'm chasing status.
Yep.
I think made the decision that I'm going to try to make a jump for diamond here.
Okay.
I think I can do it with some trips that I have planned. Like I have to go, like I said, I'm going to go work in Italy in the beginning of November. And then I'm planning, I think I'm going to Prague for Christmas.
Love it.
Why not? But I think, like you said, the vouchers are really important to take into consideration. Like I just got a big voucher that I plan on using for December. I took a bump at JFK when I came home from Scarlet Lady. And it's an $800 voucher. I'm gladly going to put that towards a nice long haul, book myself a Delta One seat, pay the difference. So, I think that makes sense. However, if you are somebody that does not travel very frequently, you're going to transfer some Amex points, some Chase points. See what I'm doing here, Jason? And you're only going to travel a couple times, like do it in points, because the last thing you need is a big voucher for Qatar Airlines or something.
Right. Now, so this is a great discussion, because I just was in Denver this past weekend for a friend's bachelor party, and we all flew in differently. So the guy that I went out to the bachelor party, he and I flew Delta because he has medallion status. He's trying to hit the next level as well, like me. We had some people up there who flew Frontier. We had some people that flew Southwest, and they were like, "Why didn't you take the nonstop Southwest flight as opposed to the connecting Delta flight?" And I was like, well, one, the Southwest flight I thought was too expensive for what it was. Like, I don't think Southwest is worth what they charge for it sometimes. Okay. So the Delta ticket was pretty much the same price. It might have even been a little cheaper, honestly. But we wanted the mile, the MQMs. And so the people in the bachelor party just could not understand that. And I told them, I said, look, if you're only traveling 2 times a year, if you're only at the airport twice a year for domestic flights, just use your credit card points, fly Southwest, that's fine. That's totally fine. But I got a good amount of MQMs on this flight. We weren't originally supposed to go to LaGuardia coming home, but I didn't care. right? I mean, we had the lounge, we got the chill, we got free upgrades, being medallion status with Delta. So it's all a matter of what is important to you and how much you travel.
Absolutely, like Brian said, book a round trip, book a round trip to nowhere for
Oh,
status. I've
I,
made a mileage run. I flew to, I think it was LaGuardia, in fact, to like keep my to hit or keep my gold medallion status a couple
I
months.
have looked at. I can do Nashville, LAX nonstop and back, nonstop, two nonstops, same day. So I thought about doing like a 7 a.m. nonstop to LAX, there for an hour, fly home, back for dinner. It's a lot of miles.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do what you got to do because those perks
They're
are
nice.
important. Like,
They are.
initially when I only used to travel like once a year, it was a cruise.
Hmm.
I booked Southwest. I was like, oh, the check bags, that makes sense. But
It
as
does.
I got into credit card gambling, traveling a bit more for
Hmm.
work, it made sense, Kathleen, to visit Kathleen.
To
See?
the Kathleen, right? Yeah. So it's just a matter of what's important to you. If you're not traveling a lot, I wouldn't worry about it.
I thought that was a fun one. So the next tip is actually two slides. It's our travel tip of the day. You've heard us talk about this,
Hmm.
transferring your points. There are promotions right now. I know the Chase one's just expired for the month, but American Express right now. So what this means is you can take your American Express points and transfer them at a bonus. So typically speaking, a
Hmm.
lot of these are a 1-to-1 ratio for American Express. So this means when you transfer points to either Aer Lingus, British Airways, is that British on here? No. Aer Lingus, Iberia, they're doing a 40% promo. So instead of transferring at a 1-to-1, you're transferring at a much higher ratio. And these are all good through September 30th. So there's also hotel ones on here, Bonvoy and Hilton too.
I mean, right now, we've said this a million times. Right now, travel companies are doing whatever they can to, one, keep your loyalty, and two, to flirt with you to try to get you to try them. Right? I mean, look, I'm staying at two Bonvoy properties coming up. I mean, I'm a pretty hardcore Hyatt fan, but there were some good rates. The Bonvoy perks with American Express are pretty good. So, I mean, I have some Bonvoy hotels coming up, and if I have a great experience with it, maybe that's a conversation I have with Haley of, do I convert? Right. So,
Do you
right.
convert? And what's great too with that American Express card, you have that gold status, so you earn points at a
Mhm.
faster rate. And then, like with
Mhm.
Marriott, for example, if you are a member, and this goes for any Marriott member, you don't even have to be high tier to do this. When you book a stay with points, when you stay 5 nights, you get the fifth night free. So
Okay.
with this transfer bonus of 30% right now, you can really get some beautiful hotels in like Hawaii and whatnot, for a great deal. And the nice thing with Marriott Bonvoy too is that you can book with points right now, even if you don't have all the points. So if you're waiting on like a credit card bonus to come through where you
Right.
signed up for their card and you have to spend $3,000 to get 80,000 points, you can still book the points, right? You just have to have the points by the time that you stay.
Correct.
So
Correct.
lots of fun things. There's so many things when you start talking about points that you can just go down a rabbit hole.
Well, so I actually used a travel tip from last week.
Oh, which did you use?
So last week, when Ken Jarvis was on, he said when he's booking travel, he always checks or the points or miles just to Ken. I'm about to brag on you. So last week, our travel tip was when you are booking a hotel or flight, always just take a peek at the points just to kind of get a valuation of what you actually have. Like, what are the value of your points or miles? So last week, I booked a hotel. I thought the hotel was a little expensive, but I was like, it's fine. It's fine. It's in New York. It's fine. I clicked on the points tab and it was basically free. Like, basically free. It was a Hyatt property. Actually, I text Ken. He's a resident Hyatt expert. I mean, globalist, knows Hyatt. I was like, what am I missing here? Like, why is this so cheap on
It
points.
almost
It's
seems too good to be true. And Hyatt's point tiers, and I think this is also because it's a smaller brand. I mean, you can get really nice hotels for around 8 to 15,000
oh,
points.
I paid 12,000 points for a night at this a Hyatt Regency. It looks beautiful, and he was like, "Book it, just, just book it now." And I booked it for basically free. So great travel tip. I used it for the travel tip last week. I used it, and so always just take a peek at the points just to make sure, one, you know what you have, two, to make sure there's not a discrepancy out there.
And you have to look at the points in a couple different ways too, because you can just buy them outright. You don't have to have an American
Right.
Express card or technically Chase if we're talking about Hyatt to transfer to Hyatt. You can actually buy points. Like right now, you can buy Hyatt points and get a 30% bonus on the points that you buy. I actually have a TikTok and a reel coming out later this week. My mother's coming out this
Yep.
coming weekend, but it's a college homecoming weekend. So our
Right.
Hyatt Regency is $306 a night, which is astronomical, but supply and demand. She could go buy the points for, let me grab my math here, for $336 for 2 nights.
Wow. So basically, getting a night free.
So, yeah, in essence, she's like getting a night free by
Yeah.
going that
Right.
method. We're in essence dropping the rate down to 168 a night, which
Right.
is
So yeah.
almost half off. So,
So
you know,
so
you can
so
buy points.
you can buy points, and I've done it if I'm short. Yeah, I've spent the money to buy the points. So
Yeah, you
great.
just have to weigh that out. So that's a fun
Right.
one. Oops, I didn't mean to click off of that. Kathleen, I didn't mean to click off your question. So Kathleen is our question of the day. COVID testing can add a level of stress to prepping for a cruise. Recommendations, best practices on acceptable testing, 2 days out, rapid antigen or PCR, who to book through. I hate the 48-hour testing requirement because it
Uh,
feels so tight.
it's tight,
So tight.
and a lot of places where COVID is not really under control, like where I live in the American South, testing can be days. Like it could take 3 days to get a PCR result, and rapid tests are not as readily available where I live. The good news is almost all the cruise lines are now accepting these home kits you can purchase. So like Royal Caribbean does it, Celebrity does it, Norwegian does it. Like you can buy a kit, and there's instructions on it that says like do not open until you're instructed. So you log in, do like a virtual chat with the person, like a nurse. They verify you're doing the test correctly. You do the at-home test, you get the results, and that satisfies the requirement for the cruise lines. So I think if you are doing a cruise where a COVID test is required, look into what they accept as far as a home kit. There's only certain companies they take. Contact your travel advisor, or go to their website, and all the information is there. So that is a great, great question.
Wow, we have a lot of people in the comments section. I bought the home kit for Royal
Yep.
Caribbean. Somebody bought a 6 pack. I think it's worthwhile. If you're gonna get some, get a 6 pack, get a few.
Yeah, I mean, heck,
Yeah.
I mean, I had a friend who they weren't feeling very well. They had a 2 pack. I needed one for the crew. I'm like, I just kind of COVID tested myself to make sure I was, didn't have COVID, but they weren't feeling great. So I think that's a great, great thing that we're finally doing the COVID test at home.
No, I think it is. And I mean, what's so funny is I felt like it was easier for you at the beginning of COVID to get a test with a rapid result versus me.
Yes.
And now the shoe's on the other foot. Like I have a place right over here that guarantees my PCR in like 24 hours.
It is a disaster. I mean, I'm just gonna just move on.
Yeah, well, I think like, it depends on where you are, but I mean, the home test is nice, especially if you're going to be cruising. I think that's what I would recommend
Right, I agree.
if you're cruising. All right. So who's traveling this week? We have Nick Batani, Mariner of the Seas, and Jordan from JJ Cruises on the Celebrity Edge. He's in a suite this week, experiencing that
Mm.
celebrity suite life. Love it. And then we have our group cruises up here. So first up, Alaska's posting. You've had quite a few rooms booked
I have.
already.
People are excited. I actually have a few emails in my inbox right now that I'm getting to. So if you've emailed me, I'm very backed up from being away this weekend. I promise I will get to you by tomorrow at the latest. But yes, people are getting pretty excited about the Alaska August on the
We
solstice.
might have to add more rooms if it keeps
We might. We might. Celebrity's current 20% off sale is pretty good. So people are booking up.
Yeah, and it's combinable with your group rate. That was the
correct. And
so
they just extended the
if you guys are
sale.
wanting to get on this, you can combine the 20% with the already really good group rate.
Yeah.
So
yes.
if you want to join us, we're going to be doing this is round trip out of Seattle. We're going to be doing Solstice does have the glass studio, Janine. We're going to be doing a little Seattle Pike Place food market tour, extending it through the weekend. We're going to have those add-on packages, so join us. And then Jason's other big group cruise is
the Pro Bowl, the pre-Super Bowl. Pre-Super Bowl. Yeah, I mean, I'm real excited for Scarlet Lady early next year. I mean, Scarlet Lady looks beautiful. I just think it's going to be a great time. So so both of those are just fantastic.
And
fantastic.
She just arrived in Miami again.
she got in Miami again. It's been all over Instagram. The ship looks fantastic. Cannot wait to get on her in a couple months.
Absolutely. Now, remember, if you have any questions or you want to share some of your travel favorites, please join our group. It is todayintravel.live. We just crossed over the 500 member mark. Very, very excited about this. This is an open forum. You can ask questions, give recommendations. All forms of travel are welcomed. If it's theme park, cruising, Europe land trips, we welcome all of it. And that is where we post our questions for this broadcast. So, Jason, that's all I have. I know that you have to get back and pack and do everything else.
Laundry first, then pack. But yeah, no, things going great. And then here for 2 days and flying back out in Apex. Hopefully, I make it this time. Fingers crossed, I will make it this time. So,
if not, I'll just do it for you.
You know what? Yes. You know what? I already have a return flight from JFK in a week. I'll just hang out in New York, and
Perfect.
we'll have fun. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us. We'll let you get back to your Tuesday mornings. We do this every Tuesday, 11 a.m. Eastern time. So join our Facebook group, post your questions. Guys, thanks so much for joining us. Hey.